I'm Scott Holiday.
I'm Robin Everhart.
We're the Rival Sons, and you're watching
Linea Rock.
Welcome, guys, to the Gods of Metal 2012, and welcome to Italy.
Yeah.
You got a little bit late today. What happened?
Oh man, we couldn't leave Jesolo.
Oh, right.
We were there at the beach.
Oh, right.
No, we were at the beach, and then
Traffic.
on the way, we pulled over. We were right on time. Everything was perfect. And right when we got out at this rest stop, we got accosted by like 4 ninjas.
Wow.
So it was this whole like sword fighting scene and karate.
Oh my God.
They had dogs. It was, I don't know.
Oh, it's
Nuts.
Pepper spray. Yeah. So no, we were just literally, we hit a lot of bad traffic on our way up, and we had stayed in Jesolo and had a beach day because we've been nonstop for a month here, and we had to rent little Fiat cars, and so we literally, like these little go-karts, got them right up, ran out of the car, right on the stage.
Okay. So the Rival Sons are one of the best rock bands in the scene in the last 15 years, one of the hottest and more interesting bands.
Very kind of you.
Actually, you are the proof that nobody needs to reinvent the wheel, but you simply took the great lesson from the past, from the history of rock, and you brought it to the new generation. Is this the spirit behind the band, actually?
I think it is simple like that. I don't think we're trying to relive anything or recreate anything or regurgitate anything necessarily. I think just like any musician or artist, we have influences. We love our influences. We use our influences just like any artist or musician. But I think it's as much as we can keep it as pure as we can. You know,
Yeah.
like we just do what's really natural to us. Push each other musically.
Stravinsky said there are only 12 notes, the wonders of which will never cease.
Okay.
But who's really going to reinvent the wheel after Stravinsky?
Yeah. And is the comparison to Led Zeppelin getting annoying for you guys?
Sure.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love that band.
Everybody loved that band.
We all love them. What's not to love? They're wonderful. You know what I mean? I think it's become very difficult for any journal to mention our band without mentioning that band.
Yeah.
That becomes a little tiresome because they're sure not our sole influence or our only influence. You know what I mean? We have lots of influences. Not only old bands, not only blues rock bands, but so much different types of music. So are we sick of them? Not necessarily. They're great. I love that band. It's a great compliment, but anybody would even want to say this with this, you know.
Yeah.
But everybody could ease up a little bit. I'd be okay with that.
It's just because we read it all the time.
Yeah.
If it's like you have your one magazine and you go read that, you're like, okay, cool. But when we see everyone doing it, it just gets a little.
By the way, it's a great compliment. So.
I think so. Yeah, no, I mean, we take it as a great compliment.
Yeah.
And of course, it should be stated that we are not trying to fill anyone's shoes or stand in anyone's light like that. These are our heroes. And
So everybody is saying that, but maybe did you receive a call from Rob Plant or Jimmy Page?
No, but
say, confirm, the version?
I know Ross Halfin,
Okay.
who is a good friend with Jimmy and a great legendary photographer, great guy, and he's had some words about us with him, so
Great.
that's about as close as we got yet, I think.
We passed Jimmy in the hall at Royal Albert Hall. I gave him a guitar pick.
Okay.
And a cake.
And did you have one in exchange?
No, I didn't.
No.
I actually didn't give him a guitar pick. I would never do that with him.
He could beg me for one. I'd be like, no, man. No, we didn't even talk to him. Our drummer was playing at the Royal Albert Hall this evening. It was our last gig of the last tour. We played in London at the O2. Wonderful sold-out gig, great crowd. We left the stage immediately, took a cab to the Royal Albert, where our drummer Michael Miley was playing with Roger Daltrey. Friends of ours sitting with that band, and Steve Winwood, and all these. Ronnie Wood came up, and Jimmy was just there, and we were all there. It was great. It was fun. Jimmy. Yeah, that was what I did. You walked by me and went, the Dark Lord.
Did you expect so much so soon with just an album you became very huge. Seems actually quite immediately. Is that correct?
I think it's that long overnight success thing. You've heard this story, you know. So we've been at it all of our lives, all of our natural working music lives. So it's, you know, this band is reasonably young, I guess. You know, we're in our third year right now, and I think the success we've gotten from the EP and Pressure and Time has been good.
You asked if that's wrong. So you mentioned only one album, but we have an EP and Before the Fire before that. So it's not just one.
All right.
We're working. You know.
Yeah. No, but I mean, for Pressure and Time, that kind of caught fire more. Even the EP, because classic rock did a little fun thing with us where they gave it away.
Yes,
you know,
I remember.
To do this. So yeah, no, it's been very, very nice. It doesn't feel like overnight to us at all, but we're quite grateful for the success we're having.
So Head Down is ready and will be released very soon, till the end of summer. We can expect more exciting, soulful, bluesy rock and roll as on the first one, or I mean, yes, that's the direction. Okay.
It sounds like a Rival Sons record, definitely. I've already said this in other press, but we have no wish to remake any of our other records.
That's the bathroom blue dryer right there. We're in a fancy location.
Yeah.
Garbage cans beside the bathroom.
That's festivals, you know.
So we don't have any wish to remake another record. You know, quite the contrary. Really, we would hope to push each other and make some new songs and new directions and new ideas and topics. Kind of do that. I think. We've done our best to do that on this record, spread out. You know, we toured Pressure and Time for a year straight.
Yeah.
So, when we went to the studio, we did it the same way. We didn't write songs. We just went right in and wrote them on the spot, much the same way. So you get a lot of what we've been doing for the last year, kind of like happens onto that record. A lot of the interaction between us.
So it was very quick as for Pressure and Time, but this time, did you feel any pressure having maybe less time to do a second record?
We had about the same amount of time.
Okay.
22 days this time. Pretty much the same. I'd say the pressure is always going to be there.
Yeah.
We're our harshest critics. We want to do something good, so we're always.
We choose that though. You know, we choose that pressure to put ourselves in that position. It forces us to trust our instinct. It forces us to trust each other and to not get too precious about the whole process and individual songs or performances. You know, it's rock and roll. You know? And I think there's types of music that people spend months and years recording and writing and perfecting. What I think we're selling, creating is energy.
Yeah. And the artwork for Head Down was created by Jason Hawley, and the album was recorded in Nashville, correct, Tennessee, with Grammy-nominated producer Dave Cobb. So why them?
We'll start with David. Dave produced all of our records, so we've used him the whole time. He understands that we're trying to bottle up some energy onto a record, and I think that's a bit of a lost art. You know, people are really anal and have their certain way, and we have our certain way. When we work with Dave, he becomes like a fifth band member. He moved to Nashville, so that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, so he moved to Nashville, which is pretty serendipitous. I mean, Nashville's a wonderful city. It's basically the musical capital of the States, of America these days. As far as Jason Hawley goes, I came across this artwork. Me and Jay started to look through a bunch of magazines, different artists, interwebs, all this, you know, and I was just really going through it, and I came across it pretty quick. Like on a list of 20 best albums, album covers. And his stuff caught my eye. I went to his website, loved everything he did. It was just like, this is it. What we made, this looks like what we made to me, feels right. And he had done album covers for Ray LaMontagne and Josh Ritter and tons of other editorial stuff. So I just immediately called him. Yeah. Went to his website and called him. And went, yeah, this guy. And we connected. Listened to the record, he totally got it, and created our own cover. It's actually an oil painting.
Okay.
Yeah, all done by
And
oil.
you have it at home?
No, that was the end of the deal. I didn't realize he was going to do that, but the deal was he keeps the oil painting, so now I guess I have to make some money and buy it from him.
So buy our record, please.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can just send me money. My PayPal will be posted up on my website.
So the Gods of Metal is a great big stage, one of the biggest expositions that you can have in Italy. Which are the pros and cons of playing in a situation like this one for Rival Sons, which are more maybe a club band, more intimate?
I mean, we seem to do well most places we go, I would say. Not being humble at all. But I mean, we just played Hellfest, which was a pretty big festival, and
you played Sweden Rock. I was there.
Played Sweden Rock. We played some big. We played some big places. Played some great festivals, and I think our pros are there are people. There's a lot of people there ready to have a good time, ready to check out new music.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is that our kind of rock and roll works well in a big like festival kind of situation, arena situation. We've done a fair few now, and it works out. You know, it works with the people, and I think we're all really close to club shows. You know, that intimacy is it's the coolest. You know, even my favorite old school rock and roll bands, when I see these intimate gigs, you just get this symbiotic feeling between the audience and the band.
I saw you play in Italy last winter, which was Modena or something like that. I don't remember exactly. It was Corallo.
The people behind us.
Yeah, I was behind.
You were.
Yeah, I went around,
like I was in the video.
And it was so cool. Felt, you know, like traveling back in time, and it was amazing.
I mean, if it got to my head, if I had to choose, I'd probably choose the club, just because it feels like we're all doing it a lot more together.
Yeah.
You know, stage like this, everybody's way back here, you know, and the bigger it gets, the more interesting it becomes. Like, wow, they're all out there, and we're just up here, you know. But also, I mean,
a bit of a disconnect sometimes can be.
Yeah, I mean, if the crowd is new too, there's less symbiotic energy. We've done some bigger stadiums and festivals even where the crowd was quite large and packed in and was there for us. And I think it starts to become more insulating and feels more intimate because people are right there with you, you know what I mean? And obviously if we're playing a club, they're there to see us because we're headlining the club.
And you're opening for Guns N' Roses pretty much all over Europe?
No, we just did, we did a couple shows in Germany with them. We talked about doing more, but we just did the 2 so far.
And did you have any chance to meet Axl Rose? Or he's like a ghost and nobody seeing him, not even you?
We did not get that chance, but we did, I think Jay saw him, he was quite elusive. But the entire rest of the band actually approached us. They all came to our room and very, very kind to us, really sweet and nice. Supposedly fans of the band, so it was great.
Great. So Rival Sons are set to join the legendary Bob Harris on BBC Radio 2 this upcoming 23rd June for the Bob Harris Sunday Show, right? What does that mean to you? Because that is a great kind of thing, and it's also, you know, reminds of the old legendary band.
Yeah, obviously for us it's interesting because we live in the States, not in the UK, so his radio show isn't exactly in our life or relevant to our. We don't really know about that show so much. We know what it is, of course, and it's famous, but we don't get to enjoy it as much. And we're obviously way too young to have really lived through the whole Great Whistle Test, but personally, I grew up on reruns of that show and taped them, VHS taped them, TiVo'd, everything. So I've seen a whole bunch, seen the DVDs, and that is like part of my rock and roll religion. Those performances really shaped what I feel about rock and roll and how I look at my own instrument even. It's just, I got so much out of that show. So he's just a great legend. You know? One of my favorite things ever, and he was a really, really nice fella. Exactly how you would picture him. Just super charming, super great. We got on really, really well. We could just have a normal conversation. Great honor.
So when you're coming back to Italy for a full show, since today you had to cut a bit sad because of getting late. So.
As soon as
And we
possible.
want more, you know, we want more.
That's a good name for a song.
No, nothing is planned that we know about off the top of our head, but I believe September we'll be back through Europe, so I'm absolutely sure we'll book some dates in Italy. I hope so. It's a lovely country.
And you'll always be more than welcome to our country.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys,
Gracias.
and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.